I'm your host of the most welcome 23. You're joining me for Desire Decorum, Book 2, Chapter 3, Homeward Bound. Later that afternoon, you and Briar fold your clothes with half-hearted effort. You start to smooth over a crease in one of your dresses, but throw it down on your bed. This is useless. The longer we take to pack, the more we delay getting to Edgewater. You upend all the folded dresses, scatter them across your bed. Bella! I'm only trying to buy time. Briar rolls her eyes, and you both start refolding your dresses. Edgewater used to bring me such joy, but with the Duke there... You both shudder. The Countess is demanding enough. I can't shake from my mind how awful Duke Richards will be. I just know he's going to treat all the servants poorly. Not only that, but I'll be forced to take every dinner with him, introduce him as my fiancé, treat him like a guest, as if he deserves that honor or dignity. You crumple under your bed, and Briar flops down next to you. My life has complicated tenfold since coming to Edgewater. Life was so simple in Grovershire, void of titles and status-hungry gentlefolk. Sometimes I wish I could just race back and make believe as if I'd never left. I know what you mean. Briar pops up from your bed wearing a mischievous smile. Huh, some new music. Who's to say we can't? Bella, you don't have to accept the marriage, or the estate right now. What are you playing at? Wouldn't it be nice to think things over in a familiar cottage, buy a little time? You can't be serious about going back to Grovershire. We could visit with my mother, go to the Harvest Festival just around the corner. Best of all, there wouldn't be a single Duke in sight. Oh, Bella, it'd be amazing. Briar dons the most convincing pout she still can manage. Won't you humor me? Briar. Yes, I'm dying to visit. You leap off the bed as Briar squeals excitedly. It's the perfect plan to buy time. I can't believe I didn't think of it myself. But how are we ever to slip away unnoticed? You pop your head into the hallway and see Mr. Woods and a few other servants milling about. You turn back to Briar. I'd sooner squeeze water from a stone than make a clean escape. You forget you've the good fortune of a servant's knowledge at your fingertips. For example, Mr. Wood should walk past your room on his way to the parlor right about now. Out of the corner of your eye, you catch sight of Mr. Woods hustling past your door. You've truly fixed your eyes on him. That's far besides the point. We run this townhouse like a well-oiled machine. I can give you instructions on how to sneak out properly, and I'll meet you at the stables. Briar looks you over for a moment and frowns. Do I have a spot of breakfast on my dress? No, you've a dress on your dress. It'd be far easier to leave if you were disguised, just for a moment. Briar slips into the hall and returns moments later with a top hat, trousers, a pair of spectacles, and a jacket. Let me guess, diamonds. And Pugsley waddling along at her heels. Pugsley, I was wondering where you'd wandered off to. You bend down and muss Pugsley's ears and turn your attention back to the clothing in Briar's arms. Briar, is this one of Mr. Marcaster's riding outfits? No, maybe, right, so it is, but it's an old one that he never wears anymore. You scamp. How do you know where his clothes are kept? Hush now. Just put it on. You step into your closet and try on the riding outfit. You come out to show Briar, and she doubles over and giggles. You look a proper gentleman. Sneaking past everyone is certain to be a hoot. Tutorial wear in plain sight to unlock exclusive scenes and breeze past those who may spot you as you flee the townhouse. Proper gentleman. No. No. Where? What? What about the hair? Wouldn't it be smarter to upkeep? If she upkept it into a bun, just for the moment, then she'd look like a proper gentleman, I guess. But, anyway. I'd rather only suffer the consequences of being caught mid-flight in my own clothing. Fair enough. Briar sets the stack of clothes down in her suitcase. You're not going to return them. It's so I have something to remember him by. You roll your eyes at her. This is your last chance to change or shut the hell up. Now how am I to escape? First, sneak your way into the parlor, hide behind the settee. Next, go to the kitchens, be sure to hide in the corner. Cut through the dining room and sneak behind one of the pillars. After clearing the dining room, you should be able to sneak to the courtyard with ease. Excuse me. Simple enough. You say that, except I'm sick and probably won't remember half that shit because it was just coffee. Briar pokes her head into the hall, scanning for eyes that would recognize you. The coast is clear. Now's your chance. I'll meet you at the stables. Here goes nothing. You peek your head through the doorframe and rush downstairs to the parlor, where Mr. Woods is changing out the flowers. I wonder if Briar would like these. Hide behind the settee and then sink down and creep behind the settee as Mr. Woods has his back to you. Phew. Crouch until you hear Mr. Woods' footsteps start to echo out of the room. Now's my chance. Pop up from behind the settee and make a beeline for the kitchen. Run through the doors of the corner, the kitchen. I'm thinking of corners, so I'm trying to keep it together. Only to see it a mess. Flour coats the floor, a broken egg oozes across the counter. What on earth happened here? When you see Miss Sutton rummaging around a cupboard, mumbling to herself. I can't believe I had to come all the way back here to fetch my serving spoons. I might as well reward myself with some sweets while I'm here. Now, where did that cook put them? Oh, bother. What are you, Winnie the Pooh now? The sweets are in the jar at the very top. If only I'd spent my time romancing tall men this season. Hide in the corner. Shuffle into the far corner of the kitchen. You tuck yourself away in the shadows. Made it. Almost there. You fix your eyes on the doorway to the dining room, waiting for Miss Sutton to duck her head inside the cupboard once more. Oh, this is so useless. From the corner of your eye, you see her shoulder slump as she trudges out of your vision. You sprint for the dining room door. Someone in the dining room where Duke Richards is smoking a cigar with his feet up on the tablecloth. Ah, who knew it'd be easy all along? Oh, I won't go down without a fight. You duck behind the Duke closes his eyes and take a long drag of cigar. Dart behind the pillar. They make this too easy. 50-50 chance. And why would you sneeze? You're sitting behind a pillar with ease. Who? Who goes there? You hold your breath as you hear the Duke stand and watch his shadow creep closer and closer to the pillar. He lingers for a moment, then grumbles and retakes a seat. Must have been the wind. You wait until he takes another long drag of a cigar and make a break for the courtyard. Your jolt sends a whoosh of air towards the Duke. Servants must be leaving the doors open. Carlton servants would never. You catch the end of his grumbling as you step into the courtyard, where Countess Henrietta is taking her tea. Lady Bella. Wonderful. Remember your allies. Shut up. The Countess looks you over carefully and narrows her eyes. What are you getting up to now? I'm just taking a walk. Don't lie to me, girl. You're running away. I can smell it on you. Countess Henrietta. You can't spread a word of this, I beg of you. Well, I would love nothing more. Your escape falls in line with my plans. So please carry on. How am I to believe you won't rush inside and expose me? As far as the others sing praise of your wits, you certainly don't seem to use them. I only use my wits with those I find equally matched. The Countess lets loose a sharp huff.
Don't get smart with me. Your disappearance will leave Duke Richards absolutely rattled. He certainly let something slip.
The longer I'm away, the more distracted he'll be.
The rumors will practically spread themselves, and everyone will just see how capable I am running Edgewater myself.
You mean Mr. Mulcaster?
Sure, you can continue to think that. I'll cover for you as long as I can. If you ride fast enough, you should be able to evade any search party. Now hurry along. I won't have you mucking up my plans again.
You rush to the stables and heave open the doors to reveal the familiar faces. Bella, you gave me such a fright! I'm getting really insanely, spot on with Henrietta's voice, aren't I? Briar runs over and wraps you into a frantic hug. I was set to come in after you. Thank you both for your votes of confidence. Oh, I'm so glad to see your faces after all. And yours too, of course. You lean down and scratch Pugsley's floppy ears. The horses are dressed and the saddles are all packed. We can leave right this moment if you wish. We? You look around and you see 3 horses prepared to ride. I'm joining you. Perfect, you can lead the way. I've a shortcut that should get us there with no later than sunrise. Thank heavens, the only road we know of is at least a day and a half's ride. Briar and I are lucky to have you as a guide. Aye, my lady. Right then, we'd best leave before anyone catches a whiff of us missing. Plant a confident foot in the stirrup and swing your leg over the saddle with ease. Your caravan leaves the stables at a slow trot to avoid attention. As you leave the city, you squeeze your legs a few times to pick up your horse's gait up to a steady canter. Glance at Mr. Harper, who falls quiet. You trace his gaze to see he's looking back at London. Mr. Harper, what's gotten a hold of you? I don't know if I'll be allowed at Edgewater ever again. Don't say such things. I think he's right. But it can't be true. Even with Duchess as my title, Duke Richards will have all the control. Aye, my lady. Why ever would you join us if you knew what fate befell you? Mr. Harper... Were you truly that worried we'd be lost? We could have found our own way. Mr. Harper, please, I don't want your pity. Harper smiles, but it doesn't reach his eyes. Is there something else on your mind, Mr. Harper? Well, there's a pond I used to take refuge at. It's along a scenic route we could take. It would hardly delay our journey. It has the bluest waters in all of England. Oh, and before Diamond Choice, all of England, you say? Aye, this could be my last chance to see it. I love your company. Bella, can we please? I've never seen Mr. Harper so low. We must lift his spirits. Take Mr. Harper's no. You're still frowning at the waters. Stop it. You gaze down the road ahead of you. As lovely as that sounds, Mr. Harper, I'm eager to get to Grovershire. As you say, my lady, we shan't waste a moment. As you ride hard for Grovershire, dusk quickly turns into night and rain starts to pour. The 3 of you approach the thicket of trees where you hear a noise nearby and glimpse a shadow dart between the trees. You slow your horses down. What was that? Probably just the rain. We should press forward. In a moment, I swear I saw something. You slide off your horse and carefully approach a nearby tree. A looming figure pops out from behind. Going somewhere, love? Ah, you. I've heard of Highwayman. Ah! You begin to back up and retreat towards the horses when another highwayman jumps out.
Ah, well, aren't you a pretty little lady? Ah, round them up.
Lady Bella! You look around and realize you're completely surrounded by a group of highwaymen. Mr. Harper leaps off his horse and unsheathes his sword. Stay alert. I'll take care of them. Sky darkens further, and you hear rumbling in the distance as it starts to rain harder. You see raindrops bounce off the highwaymen's swords as they unsheathe them. Get away, you knaves! Bella, I don't know what to do. I'm frightened to move. We have to distract them somehow. Mr. Harper turns to you with searching eyes. What boosts Mr. Harper's courage? Strike him with the force of 1,000 suns, Mr. Harper. Mr. Harper's chest broadens as he hears your encouragement.
You really think you'll get out of here alive, eh?
I could say the same to you. Mr. Harper confidently knocks the man's sword out of his hand in one smooth motion. He watches the highwayman's sword fly through the air and clatters down in front of your horse. You should pick that sword up.
You cad, I'll end you.
How? You have no sword. Shut up. Highwayman lurches for a sword, and without a second thought, you burst forward and race him to it. Not on my watch, sir. You stomp your foot down on the sword, blocking it from the highwayman's grasp. The weapon glimmers in the moonlight, and in its reflection, you see the rest of the highwaymen coming for Mr. Harper. Bella, help! I need you! Fend off the highwaymen alongside Mr. Harper in the exclusive sword fighting scene. Really? Really? As the highwayman turned for Mr. Harper, you kick the sword over in his direction. He swoops down and grips the weapon firmly in the other hand as it clatters at his feet. Mr. Harper! Put your trust in Mr. Harper to fend off the attackers. You're a godsend. Be careful, Mr. Harper. A highwayman swings a sword at Mr. Harper, who dodges the blow as he picks up the extra sword. With both hilts in hand, he fends the man off. Get back and stay back! Mr. Harper flashes his weapons at the men, wielding them in large, intimidating circles.
We're not done with you.
The man lunges towards Mr. Harper, and Mr. Harper slashes his pant leg.
Ah! No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Mr. Harper lunges for another man, nicking his arm.
Ah!
Back off, all of you. The group of highwaymen flee. You hear hoofbeats fading into the distance. Lady Bella, are you injured? Mr. Harper rushes to your side. I am fine, thanks to you. I was already picturing a life with one less limb. We owe you our lives. The Navy taught me well. No wonder you were able to survive a war. Mr. Harper wraps you and Briar in a tight hug. I'll never leave your sides. And we're yours. I can't bear to think what would have taken place in my absence. I like him even more now. I do. Let's away before anything else pops out of the trees. You turn to your horse, but a piece of parchment caught haphazardly in the fence catches your eye. What's this doing here? Pamphlet. Bella, what is that? We should really get... Listen to this. Common folk of the country, are you truly happy to sit idly by, working day in and day out, while the Prince Regent sits on his royal arse, racks up debts that could keep a village afloat for years? The man is good for throwing lavish balls for the wealthy, nothing else. He is an embarrassment to the country. I challenge you, for I know you agree. Will you stew in your grievances, or do what is just, and fight for England's good name? That seal on the bottom, I think I've seen it before. I'll hold on to it. I have a feeling it could be useful. Isn't this the thing for going against Duke Richards? Come now. We don't want to run into any more highwaymen. Three of you mount your horses and ride harder than ever before, desperate for the comfort and safety of Grovershire. After a long night's ride, the sunrise brings with it clear skies and familiar landscape. It's right out of a storybook. Wow, it's quite beautiful. I like this front sunroom. What a sight for sore eyes. Bella, we're home. Oh, wow, okay. I thought we would have, like, been into the house and... Huh. Next time on Desire Decorum, now that you're back in Grovershire, will you be able to devise a plan while you're away, or will the Duke catch you in your tracks? So if y'all did enjoy, if you didn't, make sure to hit that dislike button. Let me know. I'm always for critical criticisms. I'm always open for them. If you didn't like something, let me know. You know, if it makes you more than happy to hit that dislike button, that's on you. If you did enjoy the content, however, please hit the like button and also consider sharing. Share either the video or the channel. We've got a lot of content on here, and I pride myself. And even right now, I'm sitting here, I'm sick, I'm sweating, I'm not feeling good, and it's New Year's Eve, and I'm doing this content when I could be in bed or just relaxing. It's something that I pride myself on. Trying to get these guys, you know, these videos and whatnot and this content out to you guys as quickly and as soon as possible. So I do apologize about being sick. It was just in my best interest to be at least a little late today because I felt like literally the Hulk like punched me in the chest, let alone was sitting on my chest. So I haven't felt too good today. I'm fighting off some bug. My brothers are too, but hanging in there, doing my best. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. I will get the others up as soon as possible, but I'll catch you guys later. Peace.